Hello there, my amazing artists. This is Miss Deese coming to you live from the online Bonner Art Studio. Today's lesson is for all of my 3rd through 5th grade artists. Your word of the day today, friends, is going to be the word sketchbook. Remember, we've been working on our big sketchbook unit where we've been talking about how artists use sketchbooks as a tool to help them get better at drawing. Today, we're going to be using our sketchbook to help us with an observational drawing challenge. We're going to be drawing something today called a still life. A still life is just a picture that an artist draws of objects that are arranged in a certain way. Sometimes the objects are there just to be pretty for aesthetic reasons, and sometimes the objects have a symbol or a picture for a big idea behind them. Before we get started today, we're going to look at a couple of famous still lifes from different artists across history. The first still life you're looking at now is a painting by an artist named Paul Cézanne called The Apples. See how he took food and arranged it in different ways around the table. Our second piece we're looking at today is called 15 Sunflowers by Vincent van Gogh. You'll see a lot of artists working like Van Gogh to draw flowers in a vase after this famous painting. Our next one is actually a series of prints by famous artist Andy Warhol. This print is called 32 Campbell Soup Cans. You'll notice a lot of times artists work with objects that are cylinders inside of their still lifes. To create your own still life, you will only need a pencil. Then you'll want to make sure that you have your sketchbook on hand from last week. If you didn't make a sketchbook, you can go back and check out that lesson again, or you can just use a loose leaf piece of paper. So before I start drawing today, I wanted to quickly show you a photograph of what my still life will be. I went on a hunt around my house and found a couple of objects that I thought it would be fun to draw. I grabbed my tennis shoe because I like the pattern on it a lot, and I thought it would be challenging to draw some of the curvy lines. And then I grabbed a bottle of nail polish because I thought it was a good example for how to draw a cylinder when you're drawing a still life. There are no rules for the objects that you choose when you get ready to create your still life. Just make sure you have at least 1 or 2 items. They can be fun, everyday items like I have, or you can be inspired by one of our artists we looked at by maybe selecting flowers or food. Let's get started. Hey guys, so we're ready to begin our still life. I have my sketchbook beside me now. I have a pencil, which is what you're going to be working with, and my pen that I'm going to work with so you guys can see what I do. I'm going to flip open to the next page in my sketchbook, and then we'll be ready to begin. Now, you guys have already seen a photograph of what my still life looks like. You know that I'm doing my tennis shoe and a bottle of nail polish. I'm so sorry that you can't see it on the camera, but this way I'm able to actually draw a still life by looking at my object beside me, which is what you guys should be doing. Make sure you set up your objects right beside wherever you're drawing, and do not move from your first spot that you start drawing in. If you move, your objects are going to be seen at a different angle, and it will completely change your drawing and mess up your still life. So please be careful not to do that, okay? So I'm practicing my observational drawing skills. I'm going to look starting with my tennis shoe because that's my largest object, and I always like to start at the top and work my way down to the bottom. I also want to make sure I'm working large enough because I don't want to zoom in my image so small that I don't have room for details. So here we go. guys, there's my completed still life. I cannot wait to see what you guys come up with for yours, what objects you choose. Make sure when you finish your drawing that you post it onto the Google Classroom underneath your choice board. And from there, I can put it in our online gallery. Bye, guys.